Hey everyone, it's Kim, Angel Dream Crafts, and I am here with a fun tutorial. I know I've been promising this one for a while, and today's the day. Um, I've been making some fun little mixed media embellishments with some metal, and I know I've shown a few of them on my videos. There's one there, and then there's a round one. And then I've got one with cameos and rhinestones. They're super pretty, super sparkly, and different and fun to add to your projects. This one's got a cameo and rhinestones at the top and bottom of the cameo. This one's got beads and pearls and all kinds of goodies on it. Little bird there. And there's another cameo. And they're very fun to do and super, super easy. So let me show you what we're going to do today. And I'm just going to get my little tray here because we're going to need that. So basically what you need are metals, any kind of metals. Silver, copper, brass, that's a snowflake, it doesn't matter. Any kind. I even have some little locks here. I've got some bigger ones and some packaging here. Most of my metals came from Craft Supplies for You, but there are a couple. I think these locks came from Butterbee Scraps, but the rest of them I believe came from Julie's store. And then just stuff I've had for years in my stash. And this is a great way to use up all those little bits that we collect, you know. Like I've got a broken, this came broken, little pearl and rhinestone piece, and one of the pearls was missing. So don't throw those away because you can use them for this project. I've got charms. I've got this little rhinestone trim here. I've got little bits of lace, flat back pearls, cameos, ribbon roses, you name it, we can use it. So what you need are your metals. You need some glossy accents. You need hot glue and basically some beads, some glitter, pretty much all those little bits that collect on your desk. I know you're all like me and you have bits all over your desk because, yeah, charms, anything. And we are going to make one now so I can show you guys how this is done. It's very simple, very easy. So let me just move my tray for a second here. So we're going to use this metal piece and I'm zoomed in, I think, as far as I can be. Let me try. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I can zoom in just a tiny bit more. Okay, that's it. That's as far as we can go. So we're going to use this piece here. And basically what I do is I start off with my hot glue first, and then I add the glossy accents. So I hot glue the bigger, heavier pieces first. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this broken pearl piece for my middle. So I usually pick like some kind of focal point for the center like I did here with this one. So I've used the cameo as the focal point, and then I've just added all my little bits and pieces around it. So I'm going to use this as my focal point, and that I am going to glue down. Now, you're going to get under there with glossy accents later, so it will stick and it is permanent, but you know, sometimes metal on metal doesn't always stay, but with the glossy accents and everything else on it, it does end up staying pretty solid and together. So once you've got your focal piece in the center, now I want to start building on some of the bigger pieces that I want to use. So I like pearls because this has pearls, and I could maybe get a pearl in there. Look at that. Fits perfectly. Look at that. I don't know if I want to do that though. Let's be different and not do that. Let's do something else in there. So I'm just going to hot glue down a few pearls randomly. Doesn't matter if the holes are up or not, because we're going to add some very tiny beads and things later. So we're just going to glue these down. I've also got a couple of little tiny little pieces off of an applique, and I think I like the way that looks. And you can do anything on these, anything at all. So I'm just going to tuck that sort of there. And then I've got this other one here that I'm going to tuck over here on the other side. So that's where we're at so far. Ugh, stuck to my desk. So that's where we're at so far. Simple so far, right? So now I want to get my Timmy scissors because I want some more sparkle in here. So I'm going to cut some of this rhinestone trim here. Just cut some of these little pieces off because I want to use these on here. I love the glitter and the sparkle of these Aurora Borealis ones. I like to work in odd numbers, but you know, you do what you feel is right for yours. Let's see, which way is up? That one. And you know what? I might put one in the middle there. I don't know. I'm going to put one over here on the end. So my fat fingers can get it. There we go. And one over here on this end. So I try to keep things semi-even on here. And if we get rid of the glue strings, that's where we're at so far. But there is glue strings. What can you do, right? So that's where we're at so far. We still have to fill in that one little spot, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay, so now what do I want to add? Maybe a button? Let's see. Oh, I got a button right there that might work. I could put that on top of one of these. How about right here on top of this piece? I hope you can still see. So again, we're just hot gluing these for now till we get to the glossy accent stage. I might use a little bit of lavender on here just for fun. I've got some tinier, if I can get them out, some tinier little beads. And I've got like a little butterfly in lavender. I've got a little heart. See if I can get some of these little purple beads out of here with my fingernail because my fingers are not working today. I'm sure some of you can relate with that. Okay, so let's move that over there. Okay, so now what I want to do is start working with the glossy accents. This is where your tray comes in. First of all, you got to get all your, or most of your glue strings off because you don't want those stuck down with the glossy accents. So we'll just try and make sure we've got most of our glue strings off. So that's where we're at right now. And I'm going to put that in here, and then I'm going to take my glossy accents. Actually, before I do that, let's do it this way first. Oh boy, still glue strings. Okay. We are going to glossy accent one side of this metal as much as we can. And at this stage, I try to get under some of the pieces that I have hot glued just to give it extra stability. I even put glossy accents on my laces and my pearls and everything because we're going to be sprinkling glitter and things on top here, and we want that to get everywhere. So you want to get in all the little nooks and crannies. I'm just going to do one side at a time. I put some on top of the button and all around in here. And I put some inside that missing spot there. Now I'm going to take a couple of these tiny little pieces, and I might put one in there. One there. Maybe we'll put the little butterfly, whoops, up here at the top. Let that sit there. Maybe one of the little lavender pearls there. That's where we're at the moment. And then now I've got some beads over here, and I've got some micro beads. Let's do the micro beads first. So the part that I have glossy accented, I want to sprinkle on some of these micro beads. And I use my tray for that because I don't want to lose any of these little beads. So, and the glossy accents will automatically pick up these little tiny beads. So you don't want to cover the whole thing because you still want to be able to add a few other things. I have some fun little beads here. Just get the lid off of that. Get a few beads out. And then we'll just add one or two in that part where I've glossy accented. Doesn't matter if they fall off because we got to do the other side still. Okay, so we'll just leave that in there. So now at this point I usually take my pin and just kind of make sure these things are stuck in some glossy accents, and then they'll stay. It does take a little bit for them to dry, but that's okay. So then now we pick this up, and that's where we're at this point. So now I'm going to put glossy accents on the other side and repeat that process, trying to get in all the little nooks and crannies, even on top of my pearls, because those little micro beads will go everywhere, and they really leave a nice sort of texture on things. And I want to get around this bling piece here. Get underneath some of these beads just to make sure they're stuck. Okay. Now we're going to do that again. And sprinkle a bit of these on here. Hope you can see. So we're just going to sprinkle a little bit. And then we'll tip out a few more of these. Maybe. Maybe they don't want to come out. That'll do. And then we'll put them on here. And the fun thing about these pieces is there's no right or wrong way to do these. You can decorate them any way you like. And I've even got some nice silver bugle beads here, so maybe we'll sprinkle a couple of those in as well. I think I might add a bit more glossy accents over here so I can get those silver beads to stick. And you can keep touching up and adding and doing whatever you want. I even have added glitter to mine. I've done embossing powder on a couple of them. You know, anything you like, really. If you do use embossing powder, and you're using a heat gun, of course, with the embossing powder, just be wary that metal heats up. It is hot, and also it may unglue some of your hot glue, the heavier pieces that you've hot glued on, so just watch out for that. Okay, so let's add a couple more of these. We're just going to get that piece there, put it in there in the glossy accents. I'll just kind of take my pin here and move everything around a little bit and make sure it's secured into some glossy accents. And then basically what you do is you set that aside to dry, or you keep adding little things. I might add some of these. These are from Michael's 150 years ago, little micro beads I got ages and ages ago. So I might sprinkle some of these on as well. And that's what's good about this tray. It catches everything. And there we have it. Here's my next piece. There it is. And that's it. You just set that aside to dry, which I will do. And then you will end up with lots of pieces like this. This one here, I used some lace and I've used a bit of green in it. I've got beads. I've got bead findings, any jewelry findings, lace, anything like that. This has a cabochon in it, as you can see, and lots of little seed beads. It's got a key. This round one's got a little bell in the center. It's got a little lock, rhinestone trim, you know, anything goes with these. That's what's really cool about these. You can do anything you like. So I hope you like that little tutorial, guys. I hope you'll give these a try. They're super fun and they look really good on projects. And I will be back with another tutorial very shortly. So I hope you're all having a good day and give these a try. Let me know if you give them a try. I'd love to see what you come up with. Thanks, everybody. Bye for now.